Hey, hey, hey. Hey, guys. I might be a little early, actually. Let's see. Hey, Commander in the turkey. Hey, Angela. Nova Lisa. Hey, Fancy Pants. I love that name. Fancy Pants. We got home today. It rained on us a little bit, but I love being up there. I can't wait for us to move up there. But there's no place like a twin thing. I was thinking about you on the way home today. I was like, I haven't heard from her. I'm gonna have to check in with her tomorrow and see how you're doing. Good to see you. Good to say, hey, Christy. Yeah, I watched. I went live that day to make some chocolate pies, and Blank Screen come in and asked me if I heard about Mallory, and that's when it was going down. He said that Queen Bee was covering it over on her page. So I mean, on her, yeah. So I couldn't, I was busy. So anyway, look, that night, whenever I was able to slow down a little bit, I started watching it, and I could not believe. I watched Blank Screen what he had put up. I'm not subscribed to Queen Bee, but anyway, Blank Screen put part one and part two. And hey, Miss Barb, how are you? Sorry, my nose has been running. And so I called my sister and my niece, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I'm fixing to send you guys a link, and you got to watch it. It's Mallory at St. Jude. First of all, what a hot mess. I mean, that girl looked like a hot mess. So, let me know if anybody knows. So, the only way for me to, I haven't been able to find it like before. What Blank Screen put up there was when the cops showed up. So, the part before, the only time I was able to see that, like when she was going in the building and stuff, was when Marissa reacted to it. Uh, I haven't been seeing that part nowhere else. Do you guys know? If not, I'm gonna have to play her because I and just fast forward through her part because I don't know um where else I could find it at because I wouldn't Mallory. She don't even have it up. The only part she's got up is the part about the black lady that were the black officer, the female officer that gave her a little shit, the one that she's gonna press charges on. Mm-hmm. Or whatever she said she was gonna do. So I'm gonna, unless you guys know where else I can find it, um, I'll have to play her. But you know, I really and truthfully have not sit back. I mean, I really haven't said much about Mallory since we like ended it or whatever. Um, and I purposely because look, my breakup with her breakup is what I'm gonna call it was completely different than what the one with Marissa. You know what I mean? So as far as I know, Mallory hasn't went around lying about me. You know what I mean? And running her mouth and stuff. So I've kind of give her the same respect as she's given me as far as not talking about her. But this is uh like has it. I just have to say something about it. Not that anybody matter. My 2 cents matters, but man, I just wow. I've got so many thoughts. Like first of all, I don't think that she went there to tour St. Jude. You know what I mean? To really, I feel like she had a bet with somebody. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It kind of feels like, uh, like I knew Marissa had went, and I know that Mallory knows Marissa had went and toured it. And I don't know when Marissa went if um, if they did things the way they do it now or not. I don't know. But hey, Jet Setter, how are you? Is Jeff in here? Hey, Jeff. Good deal, babe. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, hey, Alexis, how are you, Jet Setter? Good evening. So she is just like crazy, man. That was like crazy. But anyway, I feel like she didn't go there with hey Angela, with the best of intentions. You know what I mean? I don't feel like she went there for the reasons that most people would go there for. It's almost like somebody dared her to go. I mean, I don't know if that's really that's just how this is in my opinion, how I feel about it from watching what I saw. And the way she was so hell bent on going in and being able to get in, and then when she lied, and so that blood. Okay, let me just pull Marissa up. Yeah, absolutely, Christy. Like it's like they were going to see a damn some animals at the zoo. I mean, it was crazy. Hold on just a second. Um, Okay. So this is where Marissa reacted to it because I don't have.
You have been, well, you're a little bit too awake.
You guys through this.
I've
I
spoken to
don't
you
know
on
where
the
I can
phone.
find this part.
You're a little
Where else?
too awake
Mallery
for these.
can have it up.
For this.
It's just that she's fixing to start.
Let's just see what they put.
And if you guys know, just let me know, and
together,
I'll go there and
who
watch
was
it.
minding
We'll
her own
watch it,
business, who was enjoying a nice little getaway and wanted to pay her respects to a story that I would never touch.
She's so damn pathetic. This one right here.
There's no way I could.
Let me
I'd
just
be bawling my eyes out. My sister told me the story, and I wanted to die.
Hey, YouTube is an asshole. How are you? Blank screen. Hey, blank screen. I'm going to play yours as soon as this part starts. The part that yours. But I couldn't find this part anywhere. I haven't been able to see. Mallery doesn't have it up. Okay. You got everything's good. Y'all can hear and all that stuff. She looked like a hot mess. Let me just say. And she was saying she was all put together. How could they?
Families.
Look at our little Mallery, just hanging out in a little sweater.
St. Jude has been such a prevalent part of our youth.
Hey, Flora, remember how are you?
It's been the most popular go-to fundraiser. It's been the most popular go-to scams. Listen, it's all revolved around St. Jude from our neck of the woods here on YouTube. But it costs a lot of money. We've all come together in this service. This amazing hospital, so that these incredible and these physicians and everyone from working as scientists, aides,
somebody should tell her that chain draws a.
All the big higher offices are able to put here, and all this other buildings and these towers that reside. I mean, listen, getting out of the car. Hey, all right. Did I just get another $20? Thank you, Navy Vet. Thank you. Thank you. Here you go from an old supporter. Thank you.
She's not old. She's my girl.
That's how we do it today. Oh, thank you. My last day here, people. Oh, I don't want to.
And then how she says that she's finally they've given her attention or whatever.
Go home broke.
Oh, Lord.
Please don't let me go home broke. All right, we're doing something. I'm giving you some quality content here today.
Yeah, quality content. Now, I didn't see where she went.
I know a lot of you just always wondered what goes on here.
I haven't seen that yet.
What's it like in here? Well, I'm going to take you
Yes, she was
here.
in my Patreon, yes.
Only here at the House of Williams.
Yes.
Only at the House of
Yes,
Williams.
Michelle was in my Patreon. She was kicked out 72
Oh,
hours
Max is not going to be as happy as I will to see him.
You're welcome.
Okay. I wonder all these names here. I'm looking to see if Diane Pigeon's name is over here
Oh
in
my
memoriam.
God.
Now that
Diane
was funny
Pigeon.
when she said that.
Anybody see Diane Pigeon anywhere? Oh. Mallery as a mother. How can they over a memoriam of these? Listen, people. Oh God. Look how young. Look, George Curry. Oh no, these are doctors. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Oh, I was getting nervous for a minute. Okay. So this is a wall of honor for all the people that have served here, all the doctors and all. Listen, this is amazing, right? But look at all these blank spaces waiting for the dead folks to come. Wow. Oh God, if I worked here, I'd be like, oh shit. I wonder which one. I wonder where they're gonna stick me at. Oh damn, God, Molly. The blank spaces are creepy. Not for nothing. What's that? Did I get any? Hold on, people. I got some cash apps. I can't open them. I see some cash apps. I can't open them.
She loves her cash apps, baby.
People gotta let me know.
Anybody want to drop Mallery's cash app?
Oh, good Lord. Good Lord.
As a mother.
Here we go.
I need to open these presents I got.
Oh gosh.
Got that. Look.
This is cringeworthy, man. When she goes inside, you guys.
look.
Cringeworthy.
Oh, you went in.
Wow. So you guys, did Marissa not tell her? Did nobody tell her that she had to have a okay, let me just say this. If I was out of town and I was going to do something like that, I would at least get online and try to pull up their to see what go to their website and see what days you can tour. If it's especially with COVID now, I mean, absolutely now I would have done it or called. I mean, why would you just free nilly willy go up there on, of course, I guess she was staying right across, you could see her hotel or whatever she's staying, her Airbnb, you could see it from where the St. Jude's at. Because I remember I saw a video where she's like, oh, look, that's where I'm staying, when she was dealing with the cops or security officers. But wouldn't most people, and I mean, Mallory's an intelligent person. She's not stupid. Wouldn't you like tour that's why I say I feel like this was because she was dared, or so I don't know if that's really the right word, but it's almost like she was dared or she was proving something to somebody to go over there and she didn't I mean, the fact that she lied about meeting her mother, that right there was like, why did you just not be honest? If you were really there and did you guys notice that she never said YouTube? She didn't want to say that she was part of a YouTube group. She said a social club, whatever. Bitch, it's YouTube. And it's Marissa and Hills on the Ground that you're talking about. And I think the only donation that Mallory's probably ever given you guys was whenever she donated to Diane one time on a ladies' night. She donated to Diane when Diane was saying all proceeds go to St. Jude. So I think that's probably her donation. I don't think that Mallory donates to very many. Well, I'm just saying, just knowing her the way I know her and from what I've heard her saying stuff, I mean, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know, I may be wrong, but I think that we're donors and we wanted to see it. Well, Marissa's already seen it. And you guys know the social club she's talking about is her little group with Sloppy Molly. So, but for her to lie about that, man, she had to have known. And wouldn't you guys, that's why I say this had to be like a dare or something, because it wasn't, first of all, she didn't, I would never have went to a hospital like that without taking something for the kids. If I was just going to go tour a facility and film it for my social group, I would have went with gifts in hand. I would have went on the website to see if there was anything those children needed. I mean, that's what most people would have done. Not just walk in with your damn golf club and your freaking camera. Good heavens to Betsy. All right. Right. She sure didn't. Twin thing. She didn't throw it. Hey, Marsha White Sharky.
Ship here. Tell you that right now.
Hey, just
from Olivia.
Cece Jones.
I'm plotting my next move. Like,
Plotting her next
Olivia
move.
Vital.
Bitch. And for you guys coming in, sorry, I'm having this is the only place I could find this part of the video. The other ones, I'm gonna use blank screen as soon as the cops get there, but I had to use this because this is the only place Mallory doesn't have it up, and this is the only place I've been able to find this part of it.
Is there a cafeteria? What do I have to do? Okay.
Here comes the big lie. Her nose is fixing to grow a foot.
Is there a cafeteria? No, I don't. I'm here.
Yes,
visiting
Marsha, you
my
can.
mom.
And hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Let me go back, guys. Hold on. Let me get it. I gotta figure out how to do it. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm putting it in the chat, Marsha. Oops. Okay, sorry, guys.
Children.
You're right. Just now it was disgusting.
I was just gonna. I'm visiting. I live here in Memphis. She just flew in, so.
No! Oh no!
Anyway.
No,
Bitch, what are you acting surprised for? Sorry, bitch.
No, I don't have a been here. I was just gonna meet my mom, so she said she'd meet me at the a cafeteria.
Oh
We'd have some
no!
lunch.
I wonder what her mother would have thought that she's freaking using her.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was just seeing if there's a cafeteria where we could so that we could meet there.
Right, you're right. For Molly to be surprised or
Well, I'm
so
vaccinated. So
upset,
I
you
have my
know.
purse is the question. I've been double vaxxed, actually.
Okay, and also this
Um,
about that. So, okay, so she's been double vaxxed, she says, which is fine and dandy. But she's boarding a plane to fly there to Memphis from Florida. She hasn't flown since COVID. So wouldn't you think that maybe she would have had her card on her if she's been double vaxxed or even vaccinated, that she would have had proof of her card on her? I mean, not knowing if you were going to have to show it at the airport and not knowing really and truthfully what you were going to run into uh, when you get there. You know what I mean? Because there's some states, parts of the country that still are, you know, even though they've lifted the mask ban, there's still some places that still require it. And there's some states and counties here that still take it a lot more stern and like they were in the beginning with it. So you don't know what you're going to encounter. You know what I mean? So, and she's traveling, okay? She's flying. So I'm just saying, wouldn't you think that she would have had her damn vax card with her? And I mean, did she really think that she's not going to just any hospital? She's going to a hospital that has children that have cancer and fighting for their life. Damn, Mallory. I think maybe I've given her more credit, too much credit to absolutely, just Natalie, for having damn sense. I mean, because I mean, damn. That's ridiculous that she would think that she could just go up there. And then the lady's question, I mean, the lady, you can tell the girl is obviously surprised. Like she's never encountered somebody saying something like that. I mean, she's like, who are you with? And no, I don't have a kid in here. I'm meeting my mother. Well, they know good and well if it's a day that they're doing tours. Hey, Scarlett Poppyfield. Right. She said she was double vaxxed. She said she was. You'll hear it here in a minute. She said she was double vaxxed. So there's that. Uh-huh.
No, I don't have that. But let me go through my bag and see what I have.
Her Gucci or whatever
It's
it is.
undercover stuff.
Marissa gave her.
Okay. I don't know if I have it with me. Girl, I'm trying to get us past.
Listen, she's a liberal. She's probably vaccinated.
Girl, I'm trying
she
to
hates Trump. She's.
So did y'all hear her? She said, "Girl, I'm trying to get us past it." So she's saying that to somebody. I don't know who she's. I just feel like somebody dared her, or I don't know.
No.
Oh, Molly.
I don't think I have it with me.
Absolutely.
Oh, Lady Whistledown. Oh my God, I'm getting stuff from creators.
Lady Whistledown. That's something else. Lady Whistledown. You act like you like me and everything, and you're always really kind to me. Well, I got newsflash for you. I don't have shit to say to you except what the hell's wrong with you, because the fact that you're still like you're sending that bitch gifts after what she did to me, what she did about supposedly the pictures, the fact that you're supporting that bitch, don't ever come act like you like me again, because I don't have nothing. If you are okay with that right there, that chunk of meat right there, if you're okay with that Whistledown, then I don't even want to you in my presence. Don't bother coming to my chat or nowhere else. I'm just saying. I hope you hear this. It's fucking ridiculous.
Thank you, Lady Whistledown. Ancestry DNA.
Why would want one?
I guess she's gonna be
if
part
you're
of the 2%
vaccinated,
club.
then you shouldn't have to worry about catching it, right?
I don't have my proper documentation.
Nobody's talking about
Right?
catching it, Marissa. Those children's
Mallery,
immune
run.
system is compromised
You're
already.
not supposed to be there. Run. You need an invite. You got to set up hands. And
Did you
the children.
tell that?
No, I don't
Sloppy
have-
Molly, why didn't you tell your compadre that before she left to go on her little adventure? I'm sure you knew she was going. And oh my God, look at those freaking shoes, you guys. There's those fucking, and those pants. Lord, she looked like a freaking homeless person. I'm sure she said, "I'm well put together" to these officers or security guards. And nah, bitch, if that's well put together, I'd hate to see what is not well put together for you. Because honey, you look like a damn homeless child, a homeless person.
Showing I need to get through the vocabulary.
Oh,
But I don't have my.
you got to proper way. Okay. But this is before COVID.
Marissa,
I did
you
in
wouldn't know
2014
proper.
with my mom and
If it
my
hit you upside the head.
Gloria.
A vax card.
Hey, Life Rewinded. Oh yeah, you know it, girl. She's gonna co-sign it.
Oh my God. I got a hazmat suit.
Now listen
I
to
forgot
this
what
shit.
I
This
wanted the
bitch.
hazmat
Listen to
suit
this
for.
bitch. She don't remember why she put it on her list.
Let
On
me see who
her,
got it for me. Who got this for me? Please
She
give
don't
me thank
remember.
you note.
Well, I think they can let anyone in, but it's a situation.
No, you need like an invite. At least that's the way it was.
Yeah, I wasn't told I could come in. I just don't have
Jenny,
an
thank you.
That's the problem.
I'm poor, but you give good content. I don't know why you need this. Neither do I.
First of all, I can't even get into the cafeteria because I don't have a fax card.
No shit, bitch.
I don't know why you need this, but I love to know.
Yeah, I'm not trying to
From one
access
stream
anyone's room.
to another.
Laugh around it.
Oh, it's a who's Janie? J-A-N-I. Who's J-A-N-I?
My 2 cents.
From the
I've been
States.
back.
Amy,
I'm
hello,
I'm not
welcome.
putting anyone at risk. I'm not one of those never
I am.
injectables or whatever you want.
That's me,
call them.
baby. That's me. That's why I'm always sick.
No, that
I'll
ain't
go
why you're
before
always
you.
sick, bitch.
And you can have my Tom Ford carry-on.
No, I'm not going to go through all that.
Hazmat suit.
You just
Stay away from the children, Mallory. They don't need. Run life coach. Take my advice.
Bitch, shut up. You're a live roach.
just to stay down in like common ground. I mean, I'm not trying to get in anyone's room.
Just go anywhere in the
Okay, all right.
I'm not trying to get anybody's room. Really?
So, did any YouTube channels dress up to call in and give it a heads up and said that they
Well,
were?
I'm sure they did.
There
Because you
was
know what, Marissa? We are people I didn't call, but I'm just saying the community people around on these streets, they are trying to send you freaking idiots a damn message. Y'all's bullshit is not going to be tolerated anymore. You know what I mean? They're cutting you off at the knees. You stupid bitch. You not get it? They are cutting you off at the knees, heifer. Y'all are not welcome. We don't want your peaceful protest or anything else that you call this. It's not wanted. All you are despicable people. You make damn idiots of yourself. You're a menace to society. All of you guys in your little group. But yeah, whenever I started seeing it, I told my sister and my niece, I said, I can bet you anything some YouTubers called St. Jude and told them that she was coming up there because they're tired of it. People, I mean, you know what I mean? They're going to, I mean, how else? YouTube obviously isn't going to do anything about it. You know, YouTube's not. So people are having to take it upon themselves to be the vigilantes in the situation. Twin thing in 2017 pre-COVID, when I was laying down getting chemo, I hated it when random church goers comes to the cancer center and sang carols. I felt like I was on display. Amen. Amen. Hey, Ann. Yeah, absolutely. Lady K, welcome. Yeah, maybe Diane called. Well, Diane should have told her. You know, she should have freaking told her, bitch, you got to have a damn, you know, you got to have a permission to go on a tour, and you can't just any Joe Blow walk up in there. I'm not going to go in any child's and kid's room. Really? Okay, no shit, Sherlock. No shit, Sherlock. Oh my gosh.
Crazy YouTube live streaming she did.
Now,
Now,
there's
listen,
always
Mallory.
Mallory. Listen, bitch. I donated to this place. I'm going in.
I donated to this
Oh.
place I'm going in. So I guess she counts when she donated to Diane, you guys. When Diane used to go live on resolution night, Diane would go, and Mallory, you're welcome for our link if you want to come up here. Marsha, I put the here, let me put it back in the link in the chat. Hold on. Oh, are you backstage? Shit, I'm sorry. Hey, sorry.
That's okay.
I was over on the other screen and I can't see my screen.
Well, you got
How are you
quite a
doing?
topic going. I'm doing good. I'm doing
Yeah,
good. I
yeah.
intentionally
Positive.
stayed off since last week
Yeah.
because I don't want any piece or part of these pieces of garbage.
No, I know. I feel you. Well, that's what I said. Whenever before I knew, you know, I figured YouTube or somebody called. But you know, and told the officer, security guard. But you know, I told my sister and my niece. I said trying to show them that they're not, if we can't count on YouTube to take them down, then I guess we're just going to have to, the whoever's doing it. I didn't do it, but I'm just saying, some of these people that are trying to take the tragedy pimps down, there are,
Yeah.
I mean, what else? They have we have no choice. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I don't.
My honest opinion, is something wrong with my sound?
No, you sound great to me.
Oh, okay. My honest opinion, how do we know anybody called? Number one,
Right, we don't.
we
And
don't.
really, truthfully, Marcia, if
You don't need anybody to call.
the officers didn't insinuate or act like anybody. They strictly were going off of their own. They didn't lead on. They didn't let on anything like that. If somebody did, it was strictly go off of she wasn't allowed on that property. Period.
Exactly. Now, what y'all were just saying about if anybody bothered to check, they've got it clearly printed about being on the grounds, not being on the grounds because of COVID, and protecting their patients. It's clearly there. And if you listen close, she talks about she came in and there was nobody around. She snuck in an unguarded gate.
Yep, she did.
That's what she did with her little, I don't even know the word for them, trashy, tacky shoes she had on. And somebody who's supposed to know all about how to dress and decorate their costumes. Honey, don't hang your belt below your fupa. And since you probably don't have a fupa, put it in the right spot.
Yes,
and then
all that did was draw attention.
Exactly, which is what she really wants. What she really wants is attention. Her whole reason for this was to pull, in my opinion only, was to pull attention away from what Mallery and Blowjob did. That was it.
Yep, they were all.
And they ended up getting that girl fired. I had been so hot all week. I knew that if I went live, so I might have to back off, I would lose it. And I haven't lost it like this since me and Laura were going at it.
Yeah, I saw, or Unirock said that earlier, she lost her job. I mean, just because she said that she didn't care about that job, she was, it was a long day. Who knows? But she had no, she can say that she doesn't want anything to happen to her or whatever. Bullshit. She wouldn't have posted. First of all, I can't believe that she let Blowjob Betty be her damn mouthpiece initially.
Don't you know Molly's not going to take the blame for anything if there's someone there to put it on?
Yep, that's true. And also, Marcia, the whole going up there and asking, she has no couth when it comes to asking for it. I get embarrassed for her. The way Mallery is so damn pompous about want people to get, just like how Molly used to not have enough likes and say, if you want me to talk, you better give me some likes, and would leave the chat, get off, like holding that over her subscribers' heads and shit. And then today I heard Mallery say that she doesn't ask when she was wanting people to sign that whatever for that officer to get in trouble. She said, I don't ask much of my subscribers. Bitch, you've got to be kidding me.
Oh my God, they support her.
Yeah, you don't ask much. First of all, she gets upset if she sees, she keeps up with what other people's numbers are. She pays attention to all that, and it really bothers her whenever she's, people are holding her, like her milk joke. When that went over like a fart in an astronaut suit, that really bothered, that bothered her enough to retract it or to apologize, but she doubled down. But it affected her numbers and she knew it, and she would talk about it behind the scenes. So that she pays attention to that shit, so that she's she is a piece of work. I mean, I'm telling you what, they belong together. But good and well, back to what you were saying, they all three talked about diversion. This was all about diversion. They all chat. Because listen, when Mallory's at the hospital, at the airport, she was insinuating that she may be meeting up with Bullhorn Betty and Sloppy Molly.
Right.
When she was at the airport, not say, she was putting it out there, not want people to know exactly what was going on. Yeah.
Well, I think that personally, and I'd be willing to see what we got to do. We should be emailing, texting, calling Ashley's to get that girl's job back.
Yes.
Because there are way, way more of us who know that what they did was wrong versus what she did.
Oh, yeah. And whenever they said, because that girl was saying that there was more to it than what she posted. You know what I mean?
Right. And the fact that they didn't think about it, and they did it later, bullshit. I happened to be up that night when that video popped up.
Oh, you did. So I didn't. I don't think I saw it until maybe the next day.
They could. Hey, Life Rewinded. I was defending you the other day.
Well, I haven't watched that whole thing. What did Bullhorn say when she went in there?
Well,
I mean, what was?
She kept it kind of cool at the start, but then
Mm-hmm.
it really what she said is on there. But then she made the comment, and then she started walking to the door, and that's when the girl came around the desk. But it doesn't really matter to me. The whole point is they were 100% in the wrong.
Oh yeah.
100%. Not a single thing that happened that day was that girl or Ashley Furniture's fault. And by the way, she can't buy Ethan Allen or Broyles Hill anymore.
Right. Exactly. I'm surprised that. Yeah.
Ashley.
Yeah. I'm surprised they wouldn't.
But come on.
Right.
Well, if we didn't know what she bought, she'd be showing it to us saying, and then I got this from wherever. But not
yeah. But well, it was Adrian's money, I guess. So he was like trying to, because I think for what she said is they're taking their furniture that was in their house and putting it in the rental houses or whatever and buying new for their house or something like that. But
like he moved his office, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey Beth, now Mallory's doing PayPal. Mal's doing more than feeding cats and chickens, right? Yeah. I think she's feeding people in her compound.
I think everyone here knows that I am the last person on this YouTube that talks about anybody's looks, their weight, their clothes, their car, their house. I don't do it. But she's going to stand up there with this 2% bullshit.
Right. You didn't hear any of that day. Oh, could you imagine if she wore the shirt that day? Oh my gosh.
She knew better than to do because this was planned.
Yep.
And like you said, BJ, she would have gone in there with a gift or something. I would never have done it. One, unless I had called ahead, and two, without a check in my hand.
Absolutely. Because I mean, not for nothing, but she just doesn't strike me as the type of person that that donates. She's all about it coming to her, not leaving her.
Right.
I mean, I may be wrong about that.
There's receipts for that because I donate and we get letters and we get a calendar.
Yep. We do. I do too.
Receipts, or it never happened.
That's right. Absolutely. Well, I'm gonna start playing it. Let me know if you want me to pause it. Okay.
Well, I just want to say something about blowjob.
Oh, go ahead, babe.
Jack hates it when I say that because I call her that. He's in there laughing at me.
Hey, Jack.
Bitch, grow the fuck up. You aren't anything you claim to be, and you just keep proving it and proving it. We don't know what affidavits are. Give me a fucking break. You've seen 44 of them. You've seen 44 complaints. What happens when you get to be called a habitual criminal? Okay.
Yeah. She acts like she is so versed on law and stuff. She uses behooved more than I use fixing to. I say that every other word. Yeah. She uses behooved.
She doesn't even know how to use it correctly. She doesn't how to look it up.
No, she sure doesn't. But did you see burnt toast last night?
Yes. Yeah.
That was priceless. I mean, yeah. So she was part of
this is the same dummy who looked up the country of Georgia and posted their laws versus the state of the United States, Georgia. Let's all remember that this is who thinks she knows so much about the law.
Yes, and she's always so. Oh, don't you know when she spent the night with Sloppy Molly? Don't you know that she had so much fun trying to impress Walter with her legal mumbo jumbo, her legal jargon? Shit.
I know.
Well, whenever I was listening to Burnt Toast last night, all I could think of is no wonder her and Molly hit it off so well. Mm-hmm. They are two peas in a pod. I mean, they are cut from the same cloth. They are both, you know what I mean, scheming people.
That's right. Hey, Mr. Positive and just Natalie and Twin Thing, and everybody else. But I had been holding it in, and I was going to make a video, but everybody's saying what I've been thinking. So, sometimes they just learn how to gloss over it. But then I found a song about being stupid, and I think I'm going to put that up and dedicate it to them.
Yeah. Oh, and did you see? I don't know if I didn't watch Mallory today, but the other day she was saying that one of those officers come up behind her and was pushing, like pushing her with his chest into her back. Now, first of all, Marsha, if that had happened, she would have said something on camera when it happened, and you would have been able to see her jut forward. I mean, you would have been able to tell that somebody was doing something like that,
or even faking it if somebody was doing that.
Yes, right. I mean. Yes, and she didn't even dare say that, knowing that. I mean, she didn't. She didn't say it while she was there with them.
My favorite line, and what all these people are: bullshit and apple butter. They're nothing. Yes. They're trash. It's bullshit and apple butter, and you don't know the difference. So look
that's
at
right.
it.
That's right. And Marsha, she for her to say the things that she said, like when she was talking about the doctors, death, waiting for him to die. She's just so, I get the, comedy, because I like Taylor Swift. I like a lot of, dry, vulgar, sometimes vulgar. I think it's funny, but this is you don't do it about something like St. Jude's or like the milk when a child is missing. I mean, you need to pick and choose when it's the time to say that and when it's not. And that's so not cool.
No.
To joke about something like that.
Well, like Tater Salad says, you can't fix stupid.
That's right.
And so as long as people keep supporting, there's 4 people in particular, as long as people keep supporting these people, they're going to be here.
Well,
you can't fix it.
So it's Justin, I guess Olivia left, and Dolly's gone, right? And JL Laura's gone.
Well, so this other person isn't in that group. It's in a whole nother group I accidentally happened on. So
okay, well,
it's not really
see how
part
long
of this.
Yeah,
I'll tell you one day, but it's not really a part of this.
Okay,
but,
well, she
go ahead.
Well, she thinks that they're, I guess, I don't know, their little press junket they did in Florida when they took pictures and all that stuff. I guess all those pictures, I guess they did group pictures or something, but they needed, hopefully they're picking up, they're picking up what people are putting down. Their shit's not wanted around here. They need to find another community to go to where nobody knows them and do it, because they're, okay, Rocket Lot just said, Ashley Furniture fires, let's see. Fires the lady, and let me see what. Oops, sorry. Okay. House of Williams wants cops fired. Discussion with Navy Union. Well, first of all, I don't know that they were cops. I mean, I think they were security guards myself. They didn't have uniforms on.
Well, the woman cop said she was.
Okay.
The woman cop said the others didn't. They were very careful. I listened to it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
The woman that you are talking to the Memphis Police Department. I am MPD.
Well, so that's the one that pulled up, because I know when she was walking out, and look, they had her nervous because she didn't even know where she was at and how to get the hell out of there. She was asking people in chat, "Do you know how we come in?" But 007. I love that laugh rewinder. That was so damn funny when she said, I mean, she didn't give a shit. And look, with the temperature being what it is, with this whole Tyree Nichols thing, with everything's heightened anyway. This was a bad time to pull crap like this.
Right. And now she's going to take advantage of it and go for these people, sue or bring attention to it. Honey. Mallery, you're not that important. You are not. None of you are that important.
And if you go back and look at her videos, she hashtags missing kid. I mean, she puts hashtags about things that she don't even cover on her lives.
When has she ever been after trying to help with true crime or missing children? Never.
She hasn't. Well, she told me when we were, still talking and stuff, when her numbers were down, she's like, I guess I'm going to have to dive into this true crime shit. She said, I really don't want to. She said, but I guess I'm going to have to be able to stay relevant. She said, because I'm being iced out. Everybody's icing me out. if you notice, nobody mentions my name. I can't get, because she was talking about Benny Keys and the glare and all. They wouldn't. So she would talk about them, hoping that they would talk, do a rebuttal about her, but they never did, and that would bug the shit out of her. You know what I mean?
Right.
She really wanted them to talk about her because it would make her relevant, keep her relevant. But she, so that's exactly what she don't want to do true crime, and because she knows that she's not any good at it. But let's just be real, she's not any good at it. Neither is Molly. And if you, Molly said in the beginning, we always get in trouble. Well, that should freaking tell you something.
That should.
I mean,
I want to say something here. Barbara Brunson said she should have been in trouble the second she refused to show an ID.
Yep.
Bingo. The reason why that guy couldn't get her was because he was a security guard.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't the MPD, Barbara, that could call her,
But when
because it's against federal law not to show your ID when requested by a police officer because of the Patriot Act that came in after 9/11, whether I agree with it or not. That is the law.
Well, whenever that car pulled up alongside of her when she was trying to walk out, I thought I heard it sounded like a woman talking to her. So I wonder, and they asked her for her ID, and the only woman I saw was that officer, right?
Yeah,
Unless it was.
Yeah, she did. Well, she did ask her later. I'm talking about at the very beginning there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, she did. But she thought she had the right not to show it. I'm gonna tell you another little thing, Mallery. When you pull on private parking, especially a hospital or mainly any kind of institution like that, your car is no longer yours. They can go through that car.
Mm-hmm.
And you're sitting out there going, well, I should have been valet to my car. Y'all should have just took
I
me.
couldn't
After
believe
you
she
gave
said
them
that
the
to him.
keys. I know. After you gave them the keys, if they wanted to go into your car, pull it all apart to look for a bomb because you're acting bizarre and lying about how you wanted to get in the hospital, they could have done it.
Well, also she should also, whenever if she was going and she had the best of good intentions,
right?
She never would have lied about her mom when that lady asked her. If she was there, legitimately there for what she said to video the place for her social group or social club, she would have told the lady what she, instead of making up a lie like that. I mean, that right there showed that she was up to no good.
What person goes to a hospital in the middle of the day, scheduled to have a children's hospital,
dressed like a hobo,
dressed like a hobo, with your fupa hanging out, or your fake fupa hanging out, and say you're going to meet your mother? Come on.
Right. I mean,
yeah, they can boot your car, Amy. I think Amy's a nurse. She knows how hospitals
I think
work.
that's why they kept saying your property. Did you notice that when the officer, they kept referring to her car as her property? We're going to give you your property and get it off of our property.
Right.
You know what I mean? They absolutely could have. Well, first of all, I don't think they believed that she walked in, that she drove in there. I don't think they believed her.
So either.
I think they think that she was, and that's what I think when she said she sat in the car for 20 minutes in the parking garage and charged her phone. Right. I think she was sitting there waiting to see if they were going to come. You know what I mean? I think she knew that she slid in there, and she was waiting to see if she was detected.
Right. Exactly.
And then she thought the coast is clear, so she's going to get out and start walking in.
Because damn tootin', if I got in a hospital, I would have known how I got in there. But so she does that about the car. She gives them the keys so they can do whatever they want, because now she's implied consent to search. You know what I mean? And if they'd gone in there and found something, she would have been responsible for it.
And people in chat, I guess, was telling her they might plant something on you. So that's when why she said they don't have permission to go in my car and all that. She didn't want them, they more than enough. But yeah, she was shitting her pants at that point.
She was.
Yeah. Well, that's because she knew that she had lied, and I don't know if the little girl that she talked to in the cafeteria, I don't even think they had correlated that yet, because they never brought that up about your mother, and they never brought any of that up. And if they knew that she had told that to one, an employee at St. Jude's, I think they would have questioned her about that. But they hadn't even put that together yet,
Right. That's why I'm saying this is a lie, and I will put my next drug pill, my next heart pill on it. This is a lie that somebody called from YouTube. I do, unless they called after she, started filming it.
Yeah.
Beforehand, nobody called because, like you said, they didn't bring the lie up to her, and they would have loved to. They would have loved.
Oh yeah, they absolutely, especially that female. She most certainly would
Yeah.
have brought it up to her.
Right.
And yeah, because he asked her, I'm going to ask you a question and just don't answer it. I don't want your life, just don't answer. I mean, he didn't even believe she drove in there. And you can bet. Did you notice whenever she said, you need to get on to your employee about not being in the guard shack or whatever? That nobody even said, they didn't even give her the attention whenever she said that.
Right.
And that one guy was
saying, she snuck in.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
she
that one officer. Yeah, he was trying to, okay, if you're legitimately here for that, what you're saying, just to tour the place, then you need to you need to understand. He was trying to be kind to her at that point, but she was, she was digging her heels in because, now she felt like, well, maybe I think that dollar signs was already going ching, 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 and that damn curly freaking hair, that damn wig she had on. Lord, first of all, I don't know who her supporters are, but you guys should have told her that morning when she got ready to leave that damn hotel. One of you guys should have wrote her and told her, bitch, do not leave that room dressed like that. Y'all should have told a friendly. Y'all should have told her, being friends with her.
Right. More than enough's right. Total setup. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. And you hear Molly sitting here saying, you can't go without an appointment. Okay. Well, why didn't you tell her that
beforehand?
Right. Exactly.
You're right.
Yeah. Hey, string cheese.
Of course, none of these people have any class. They don't have a class that a plastic cup has.
Yeah, that's Marcia White Sharky string cheese.
Oh, hey, string cheese.
But yeah, she no class. And look, she was just looking for. I mean, okay. If she had been anywhere else, maybe if I didn't know the situation and know her, know what's going, I would think maybe they were a little hard or harsh with her. If she was really there and was just on accident, didn't realize that she should check in, and just went there, and unbeknownst to her, you had to be scheduled and have an appointment there. That was a little hard, but that wasn't the case. She didn't care. She did not care that she was breaking the rules.
Right.
I mean,
she wanted to break them.
Oh yeah. Oh, because she wouldn't have said we're going in a side door. She was determined to go in the door. And then she tells that one girl in chat to just shut up and be along for the ride.
Right.
Wow. That's just crazy.
Well, that's why I'm saying, if she does anything, I'd be happy to write 100 letters to St. Jude's. Affidavits, blowjob, affidavits to St. Jude's. Just like I'll be happy to write 100 notarized affidavits to Ashley's Furniture.
She's probably getting her legal advice from her blowjob Betty, her co-conspirator there. She's giving her legal advice. Yeah, for sure. At least on Saturdays. Amy, that's why I think that the lady that she was asking about the cafeteria, she had never been encountered and had a question like that posed to her, because most people don't go in there free willy. They go in there with some structure about them. They don't just go in there thinking they can do whatever they want with their damn golf club.
Right.
Dang.
Never right to be hard, especially if she's promoting. Right. Life Rewinded. Beth, if anybody called anybody, I agree. The receptionist may have called security, but I don't think that guy knew it yet.
Yeah, I don't think they did either, because they, hey, Moonchild Pink Babe, I don't think they knew it either. I think they would have brought that up because, listen, they didn't even realize that she was live streaming on YouTube. They didn't know that. No. She says I'm live streaming, but she never said the word YouTube. Not that I heard.
She said she had an online social
group. Yeah, she never said the word YouTube because she knew that would probably alert them. But and when they said,
you don't walk in a hospital filming anyway.
No. But
no way.
And when they asked her if she had pictures, to me, video is even worse than having pictures.
Right.
So I'm so she's lucky they didn't take her damn phone and go through her damn video is what she is. She's damn lucky they didn't do that.
Well, it says Twin Thing says, I don't think misgendering is a crime unless it's a reason for not being hired or reason to get fired or able to enjoy public air. She can't say she endured trauma. She was laughing. Exactly. Not only was she laughing, Twin Thing, she was begging for money.
Exactly. She was hoping
So-
they would call her out of her gender.
Right.
Because
Well-
look, she thought she goes to that. That's her go-to anyway. No matter what's going on, hell, it could be something completely off topic, and that's her go-to. I've never heard Rosie or Shauna ever have I heard them get on
Never.
their soapbox about bigot and calling people bigots or telling that they're trans bashing.
Unless
I
that
don't
was
hear
the
them.
subject. Never.
But that's
Right.
all she talks about. Anytime she's wronged or something doesn't go her way, that's her go-to. It's almost an insult to that, to that community, if you ask me,
Right.
because she draws unnecessary attention to it.
It is an insult.
Yeah.
The HIPAA thing, Life Rewinded, I'm glad you said that because this has been bugging me too this week. HIPAA wouldn't apply to her. HIPAA would not apply to her because she's not an employee.
No, it would be from the police officer. It would be whatever the Memphis, whatever it would be
If
as
she had
an
got by
officer.
the little receptionist and those people and got up there, they would have been responsible. They would have lost their jobs, not her.
Yeah, but I
what
don't know.
she did do was she broke. I mean, it was privacy, and these people there have a right to privacy. Can you imagine if you just picked up your camera, walked into her little chicken coop of a place, and said, "Oh, I just wanted to see these curtains"? No, she wouldn't have it for a second. But she's got the right to go in there where sick children are. No.
Well, I wonder what the laws are as far as an officer of, like, the police officer saying, I don't know what you are. I don't know really that she said anything like twin things. Is it illegal for her to have said what she did? I mean, is that really? I don't think you're entitled to your opinion. Some people don't agree with trans, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she's entitled. I mean, as an officer of the court or whatever, a cop, I wonder if that is a part of law enforcement. If maybe they, she shouldn't have said what she did about questioning her gender. And
Look, I don't know that he even said it.
no, the female did. That's who she's got. The female said he, she. I don't know what you are.
There
That's
you
what,
go. That's
I don't know what you
that's
are.
not trans bashing.
Yeah, and because really and truthfully, I mean, I have no problem with transgender, no problem at all. But generally, you have generally you can tell unless they've spent a lot of money cosmetically. You can generally,
well,
tell.
especially somebody who handles herself the way she does.
And you absolutely can with Mallery, and she talks openly about it. I mean, she's got videos on her channel and stuff about when she transitioned, whatever. And she hasn't been doing the process very long, but just because you thought that you talked yourself, remain calm and talk to yourself. I think she was a smart aleck. She come back at them with a smart aleck answer.
Right.
And she was, trying to get her butt out of there as fast as she could is what she was doing. And then when she made the comment, I've got their attention now. Like, did you notice that when she when they swarmed her, she said?
That's why she said that. But back to the HIPAA. HIPAA would not apply to her, but invasion of privacy would apply to her. And also what would apply to her would be trespassing because she didn't have her appointment. She didn't want to show her ID. You know why she didn't want to show her ID? Because she didn't want anybody to track her down. She would be filming and whatnot. So that's a privacy invasion, but it's not a HIPAA invasion. I mean, a HIPAA, what's the word I'm looking for? Violation. That wouldn't. I was going to say something. Somebody had something here I wanted to see. They said, and I said, I'm going, oh my God, yes. Beth talking about on the St. Jude website. In this day and time, if you're going somewhere you've never been, chances are you're going to look it up.
Absolutely. And look to see what their hours of, if you could tour, if there's hours for it,
Mm-hmm.
And
so beyond the legal things, I just think that she's a pile of shit. Pardon me, y'all. I mean it. I think that the other two are just as bad, if not worse. And Justin, honey, if I could tell you anything, get the fuck out now.
Yeah. Well, he was in her chat. I saw when Marissa was playing it. he was in chat while this was going on, and he was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe her." I mean, he was just appalled that they were doing her like they were doing her.
I
Mallery
think
like
he
they were
has a
doing her.
little bit of class. I do. I think he has a little bit of class. And I think he's really trying to get this to work. But he's picked the wrong train. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's definitely he's hitched his damn wagon to the wrong for you ain't lying there. And look, everybody, I know a lot of people try to warn him to unhitch it. And but he, well, he did it. Look, he rode Sloppy Molly. He rode the right person's coattails. If you want to get a lot of get subscribers, because there ain't no way he would have grew like he did if it hadn't been for Sloppy, because his ass sure with that monotone voice, he sure ain't gonna dragging him in by off of his persona.
And back in the day when I was, friendly with her and in her Patreon for that short time and whatnot, I never did that. I really didn't want that. I didn't want anything I ever had or didn't have to be because she did it. So she can't say it. And I didn't do it. I wish he hadn't done it, but he did.
Marsha? What, Marsha?
Riding her coattails.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, whenever I started going live and stuff, I said, yes, I have built this channel off of Sloppy Molly's back. You damn right I have, dragging her ass because that's the whole reason why I started going live. She would make me so mad. I didn't have an outlet, but so she trans-bashed Rosie. Yeah, she's trans. Hey, Jenny Hansen.
Yeah, she has.
Yeah,
Rosie.
Yeah, and Rosie has got more class in her damn toe than Mallory's got in her body.
Doesn't do that, and I'm sure there's others on here that don't do that. Blair White. I mean, somebody just said that in chat. So, and then I said it before. I'm gonna say it again. The worst thing I've done on YouTube is become friends with Mooly.
Proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with her, and she knows what she is. That's the problem. That's why she thrives off people like this one and blowjob.
I was thinking yesterday. I was thinking, everything happens for a reason, and I'm so glad that things happened the way they did. And Mallory and I'm so glad that ended. And I was hurt over the way she the way she is. It hurt, but I'm so glad that it happened the way it did, because I can tell you I would have already unhitched my wagon whenever she started pulling this crap with. There's no way I would have co-signed and been okay with the shit that she's doing. I mean, there's no shame in her. That she's got no shame. Even her damn sister calls her a damn beggar.
I know.
I mean, there's no shame in her. And then she's standing there talking about getting money while the officers are standing right there.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I should have walked away way before I did. I should have walked away when she set up Mary O and myself. That's when I should have walked away. But I didn't see it yet. Plus, I was sick. Yeah. I didn't see it then. But Mallery, I supported her for a while. But before the got milk thing, and then I got sick, I didn't like, you can drag somebody and talk about somebody, but if they, offer them to come up like you're telling Mallery, I'll give you a link, Mallery, and back off, because after a while, you're not going to get anywhere.
No.
Laura and I are not friendly, right? But why keep doing something? That's that's the definition of insanity. Just keep beating your head against somebody. Make it Mobster and I. Why? We can actually be polite adults now. We don't have to, scissor each other. But
well, she, her whenever she felt, when we fell out or whatever, she made the comment one day about me. She said that I didn't want to go along with the plan. Mallery, what plan? First of all, bitch, what plan? Because I wasn't clued in on no plan. And no, I was never going to go along with joining forces with Sloppy Molly. And no, hell to the no. There was no plan. That was no plan. First of all, I didn't know about it. And no, I wasn't going to go along with that. And I would rather say it 0 subs than have subs like they've got. Those supporters that support them, I feel sorry for a lot of them, because I've been there, done that, and they're blind right now. But when they start seeing the light, there was I didn't know that there's a girl, Brenda, that comes around. She was part of Sloppy. And then there was somebody else the other day. I can't remember. Kay's got something to say. She was, she's got, Yeah, so I said I think we could start a community with people that has left, that has left her. And Life Rewinded said, Marcia, I definitely been missing you, Matt. Ella Hitch, when you used to say, I like that. Oh yeah, yep. Oh
Well, we could start our own community. Maybe we shall.
yeah,
But I don't
yeah.
want to. I'm not going to stay up long because Jack's going to bed. But I thank you for letting me
How's
up. And
he
I'm gonna
doing?
come up. We're going to do a
Is he,
stream. We're going to stream.
yes.
But
Is he
I'm
still
going to
doing his
say hey
therapy?
there.
Is
Yes,
he still
and
having to
they're
do
going to let him
therapy?
go back to work.
Oh, until how much longer does he have?
Couple weeks.
Okay.
He's doing
All right.
really good. And they're going to do his hip and he goes in April to find out about that. So what date?
And he already had one done, right?
And his back.
Oh, his back. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be like the spring chicken. They're gonna have all new moving parts.
Tell me today we both went to our regular doctor's appointment and he was we were cutting up. She says, I can tell y'all have a great marriage. I said, yeah, because we cut up all the time.
Yep.
I know Life Rewinded. I've said I wasn't going to do it, but I think I got to come back to it.
Yeah, I think you should. You've been missed.
I
That's for sure.
I think now it'll bring my blood pressure down instead of raise it up.
Mm-hmm. Well,
go ahead.
You just have to, I guess we just need to let, what you think about Tom Brady and J Star? What I don't know about Tom Brady. Now, Tom Brady and J Star, what I don't know about. I saw that he retired again.
Again, he says for real. I don't know about J Star.
Yeah. Clue me in, Life Rewind. I don't know about that. I've been up at my mom's and we
you make your chocolate pie just like my mama taught me.
Yeah, so she probably remembered to put the eggs in it in the beginning.
Yeah, the eggs help.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought, well, they did. It did turn out good. I was like, well, but did you see the end of that when I got my mom to throw the sign?
Yeah.
I told her this morning. I tried to get her to come home with me. I said, "Mama, come home with me." And I said, "Stay a few days, and I'll bring you home whenever you want to." And she said, "I just don't feel good." And I get it. I mean, she knows where, she's legally blind basically, but she knows where everything's at there. So
she feels not safe.
Even here, I mean, I wait on her hand and foot, but still I know that, it's just a security, and I understand, but I still, ask her every time. And I said, "I'll bring you home whenever you want to come." And she said, "I just don't feel good." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, when I come back up here," I said, "I'm bringing a bottle of wine." And I said, we're going to do that little skit that I've been wanting to do. My husband told me, he said, "Leave her alone." He said, "Quit aggravating her." Yeah, she's funny. She's funny for sure.
Well,
he said, "You're going to hell." He said, "You're going to hell."
Tom Brady is your hero. Well, okay, Life, I'm gonna give you this. Blowjob. Now you're a bitch.
That's right. That's right. Oh
but,
gosh.
Thank you for letting me come up and getting that out of my system.
Anytime, Marsha. I love you.
I love you, and I still love Tim Tebow too, Jenny. So, thank you, and I'll talk to you later.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
Bye, honey.
Bye. Love you.
Love you.
Okay, last time I was in the doctor's office, it was my husband. I told him I was going to snap him like a swig. I tell my husband all the time. I said, I said, "You're cruising for a bruising. You're going to keep on it. I'll make me whoop your butt here in front of everybody." And I'll say, "Round eye? What are you talking about, round eye?" Yeah, right, Beth. That's the way it's supposed to be, man. Just like not so serious. Oh, okay. Let's get back to this old sloppy shit.
We're gonna find another entrance.
Oh, she's doubling down.
We're gonna
run, Mallory. Get in your car and run. No, she's doubling down.
Yeah, Thomas, excuse me. Oh.
Mallory, no. It's not that important. Give him your money and go.
Oh, well, okay then.
What money? She ain't talking about giving them no damn money.
Here it comes. Mallory, no. Run. Why?
Because you didn't tell her. You didn't give her a heads up. Oh, she's looking for it, isn't she? Not leaving.
Zen, just shut up and take the ride. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Oh, she's still trying to get in there.
Okay, got more people right there at that table. Oh, shit.
So she wasn't leaving. I thought she was trying to leave whenever when they pulled up, and she was still trying to figure out
today, people.
how to get in there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I agree. Why the hell the kids get all the happy colors? Oh, look, there's my directly ahead. Can you see that? That's where I'm staying. See that pan? That's where it's the land of perpetual darkness in here. Oh,
Mallory.
well, they're building something here. So here's some money. Here we go.
Some of our money, yeah.
Looks like another wing.
Run, just run.
Here you go.
Run.
I got to get with one of these people and get a patient
No,
number.
you
Maybe one of
don't.
these parents will give me their patient number.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I need my
She knows
nurse's
she's
uniform.
being funny. She's saying, yeah.
Is she though? But is she really?
All right, so there's that. Oh.
Every time we go out, we get in trouble.
Yep. Well, there's your sign, picture. There's your sign, and you're gonna keep getting in trouble every time you go out because
She's so funny.
these
Hey,
streets are
Kelly.
gonna make sure of it.
Hi, Mixie. Don't love that, right?
It's swarmed
The
by
good
pretty.
people of this community.
They're taking me very seriously now.
Hey, Gary. Yeah.
Do y'all know which way we came in?
Ask me that.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. Are you supposed to be on the camera? How are you?
I'm going to show me.
So how are you supposed to be?
I'm going to move along. Thank you. I walked here. I drove here. Is there a problem? Okay.
Right. So you're not allowed.
Now that I got your man, I don't think you need to flank me anymore.
Say it again, man.
I don't think you need to flank me anymore. I've heard you loud and clear. You're flanking me right now.
You're flanking.
Call.
I need a.
Why would she say that?
Well,
At
what
that
would you?
point.
Did you just call me? Excuse me.
At that point, why would she say? That's why the lady said what she did. She says, "I feel like I'm being profiled." Why? I don't think they said one thing to her that would have made her feel like she was being profiled. But now the lady says something to her after Mallery says that. Wow.
Sir, man, whichever one.
Man.
All you ever.
Are you all seeing what's happening
I
here?
hope they are. I hope they
Okay.
are.
Because I was.
I heard you loud and clear. I am exiting. Exiting.
Oh, it is.
I
Is that better?
this I can aggressive people when they're surrounded by their
I had opened now. Here we go. I booted myself out. Yeah, I do too, Sissy. I think they treated her better than what, and they were trying to be. Once they figured out that she did have a vehicle there, because I don't think they believed her. Oh, yeah, I I think that they were. I mean, look, they took that very serious. I mean, they were protecting the hospital. That's what their job is to do, is to protect the hospital, the rules. And they were doing their job, and she shouldn't be upset at that. She should have respect for that. I mean, damn, you know, like he was saying, how would we don't go to your home. This is St. Jude's home. I mean, they were trying to break it down to her so she would understand and comprehend that they weren't just being buttholes. But she was so, at that point, she was just not open to anything. She wasn't open to any reasoning or anything. She was still stuck on wanting to be right and being mistreated. You know, I mean, I've not got anything against her gender or anything like that, and I normally would not talk about nobody's looks or anything. But she's the one that says, "Look at look at me. I am obviously not homeless or whatever she." Okay, no, don't say that, because you look like a hobo. You look like you rolled in off the streets, and you hadn't. I mean, you did. You look like a hobo, and I just wish that she had the foresight to wear that shirt the day. First of all, I didn't see the Tyree where she went to where I didn't see that yet. I haven't been able to catch up with it, but she has some balls, or not. She has some nerve wearing that shirt to that, to doing anything with that. You know, I mean, she was asking for it, you guys. She was asking for it from the time she got to Memphis. She was asking for it. She was daring whoever uh told her that she would come. If she come, they would, she was asking for it. She intentionally, from the beginning of that trip, when she landed and got in that damn hotel room or suite or whatever she was in, she was antagonizing people, different people. She was antagonizing. I'm here. I'm here. You said that I mean, she was asking for it. She went in there with with her ass on fire, and she left with her ass on fire. She went in there with attitude initially. The first night, and I didn't see the second day. I know that I saw where she wore the T-shirt, and good Lord, listen, I don't know, Jenny Hansen. I watched this. It's Philadelphia. It's what's the name of that town? It's awful. It's oh gosh, where the home, it's beyond homeless. It's oh, what is the name of that town? Philadelphia at night or something like that. But anyway, there's a show that I watched, and this girl, they took the wrong turn. That's the name of it. They took the let me see. Kensington. Uh, Mary doesn't know that you can make a silk purse out of a sausage. She keeps trying though. Oh my, yeah, Kensington. So there's a Kensington, and the name of this particular show, the one that this guy goes in videos, is this girl says that we took a wrong turn. They were moving from I think New York. Anyway, they took a wrong turn, and 5 years later, okay, you guys, 5 years later, they're still there. And this is so that they finally have gotten a, a home, a home to live in, government home, and it's called "Couple Who Took the Wrong Turn," found in Kensington. Her name is Aubrey. It is so sad. She has no hair, and she pulls her pants up the legs and shows these sores and stuff on her. Uh, so they have a home, a government housing. They've been subsidized, I guess. And her husband goes. She doesn't like sleeping on the floor. But this is what I said. I asked somebody that watches it with, also. I said, what do they do for money? They turn tricks. What? What? So there's people that go to that place. Are you telling me? And they pay people like that for freaking sex. They are nasty. I mean, I'm talking not just, they are filthy nasty, living on the streets, sores and shit all over them. I mean, hell, they're doing damn dishwasher. And people pay them for sex? Are you kidding me? What kind of people is that? That blows my mind. Blows my mind. I know it breaks mine too. I can't believe they don't clean that city up. You guys, it's called there's different ones that do it. These guys go and they'll just like drive down the street if you have never watched it. Hey Randy, and I'll kiss that baby for me. Chew on those little fat toes. But they're filming going down the streets, and I mean people are just like, you've seen these people that, oh my gosh, are just tweaking beyond, they're out of their mind. Well, there's like the streets are just full, and they're doing drugs. I mean, what is happening with the government, with the town, the mayor? What is happening inside that city that they are letting that go on and not clean it up? Whenever Salt Lake had the Olympics there, this is no lie, they loaded all their homeless people up and they put them on buses and they sent them to Vegas. Like they, like people are not supposed to think that, Salt Lake has got homeless people, It is severely fucked. It really is. The Marsha's telling the channel in there. Okay. Yeah, it's just like so messed up. My husband can't even watch it. He says, I can't watch that. I said, look at this. Look. He said, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to watch that. He can't stand looking at it. It's just like so sad. So sad. And this girl, she's very open about her family, and she still talks to her family and stuff, but it's like they don't want to do any better, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, it's like they took the wrong term. Look it up. I'll put it down in the description, the link to this whenever we get through, because it's just, and I'm sure, every state has them. You know what I mean? We had, when I first moved here, not far from, about a mile and a half, we'd go out to the main road there, but it was around this little lake. And there would be people, well, they have a soup kitchen here, and they serve lunch during the day. And my husband was telling me, you're going to see all of them. They come out of the woods whenever it's time for lunch, and that's so true. Like they're in the woods. They were in the woods over there, close to that place, and they would just like start walking out. And you go to the local convenience stores in the area, and they're, you're going to be asked for money more than likely. But anyway, they cleaned that place up not long ago, and I mean they went in there with bulldozer. They had couches and vehicles and stuff people were living in it, and they went in there and cleaned all that up. And I asked my mother-in-law not long ago, I said, where do they take I mean, there was a lot of them. I said, where do they take all those people? And she said they put them in some housing, I guess some projects or something. She said, I guess, I don't know where they went, but they were not over there in the streets anymore. But I mean, I know some people can help it, some people can't, some people whatever, but it's just sad. It's sad, especially when they're on drugs and stuff like that, and they're like doing the crap that these people are doing. It's crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up a blank screen. Well, actually, I think she went up on Marissa's page. Well, later on, let's see. Mallory did. Let's see. Yes, I get to deal with 007. I didn't see the end of this. Did you guys see it where Mallory went up on Marissa's? Let's see. I'm trying to find it. See what this is. Oh. Yeah, when he told her, I mean, she wasn't gonna put her phone up or anything. They're sloppy. Hold on. Guys.
No.
You are ridiculous. She is ridiculous. Is she not ridiculous? That girl. Oh, I'm so surprised. Okay. Okay, now let me get back to it.
A patient cannot take pictures of St. Jude property. Cannot.
You can imagine how uncomfortable this would be for someone.
If you have it right about it, you can contact St. Jude, Dr. Downey, wherever it be, and take it from there. But those kids' rooms, these older hospitals, those are rooms of St. Jude's, period.
Wait.
And she's so big and bad when she gets inside her car.
Oh my God, Mallory.
Isn't she? So
Shit
she's
just
so
got
big.
fucking real, bro.
Then he gave me the Gene over off the phone. Gene, let me fix his pad. You don't want to do 13?
13. I'm coming into the one right now. You speak.
I mean, they were breaking it down to her, trying to explain to her that, it's St. Jude's rules.
The bill right there. Literally right there.
It is.
I wonder if she tipped them since they valeted her. I couldn't believe she said that about valet. Well, I couldn't believe it. I mean, she has no tact. Okay, Natalie. Just Natalie. Thank you for coming in, babe. People are saying, are they going to hurt Mallory? Get out of here.
All right, here's the keys. Now that you know the proper procedure,
I have it.
yeah, give you a tight on the proper procedure.
I'm pretty sure I got it at this point.
Thank you.
Hold on. Did I leave my?
Oh, she's nervous. She shook up, you guys. She don't know if she's coming or. Okay, thank you, Marcia. shit. She don't know if she's coming or going. She's freaking.
Thank you.
They rattled her chains. That's for damn sure. They've taken her serious, as she says, like she was wanting them to. Be careful what you want.
Yeah, she's gonna fuck with the wrong motherfucker, that one. Bullhorn Betty, watch. You'll see.
I don't know who she's talking about. Oh, yeah, she did more than enough. Absolutely. And whether they did or not, she was going to accuse them of it. Oh, I sure would like rewinded. I sure would have. They've started the dispensaries here.
If they honestly thought I was ever going to turn this fucking camera off.
Listen at her.
All right, hold on.
All right. I'm gonna drop the link from Mallery to see what this bitch has to say
Okay,
for us.
who brings the quality fucking content in Memphis?
Oh my God.
Come on up, Mallery.
Holy shit.
Come on up, Mallery. Okay, what am I supposed to do with this ancestry DNA? Anybody know?
Stick it up your ass. That's what you're supposed to do with it.
Ping myself and give them my blood? Am I
Hey,
supposed
Denise,
to
how are
shove it
you,
up my
babe?
ass? What am I supposed to do? Do they want?
Yeah,
I'm
let's not
thinking they
forget
want my
when
blood, right?
Slub Molly said that. That
What am I
was
to do?
right. And
Can't
try to
read
give him her
this.
son.
Cap choking.
Okay. So she's up there. Good
He
Lord. There she
was really getting physical with.
Oh my gosh.
All
This
right.
is bullshit.
Let me
you
pull
guys.
up the side chat.
All
But
right.
first,
Okay, first of all,
I want to movies where the opening scene starts at the end and then it reverts to the beginning of the movie. Okay.
That was scary at the end.
That was dramatic and dramatic. That
It
is
was
the
scary,
only
and
part
your
that shook me.
human rights were violated, no doubt. They did not have
Oh
to
my
go that extra.
God.
And anyone that wants to pounce you for what you did, actually, what the comments that the punishment didn't fit the crime,
Right.
1,000,000%.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
There was no
I was
punishment.
calm as a cucumber. Here's the thing, Marissa. Honestly speaking, I had to, in
You
my
guys,
mind,
can y'all see that she has done freaking went and robbed freaking Miss Wonderful? That bitch, Mallery stopped off of by freaking Miss Wonderful's house and robbed her of her damn black nighty thing. Look at that shit.
really quick on property. Listen, cops. Listen, they were hot and they were heavy, and I mean that was very evident from the get-go. All of them. I mean, I was trying to figure out who was security, who was PD. I mean, I was trying to figure out who the hell were these people. Who were they? What were their positions? Because they were just firing all over the place. But we'll get to that. But at the end, let me tell you.
And I get it.
When
In the very
the
beginning,
security guard,
they did kind of surround her. There was a lot of them. But let me tell you what I would have done in that situation had it been me. If that situation had happened to me, you can believe everything you know that this old girl would not have been being a witch. I would have said, look, I am so sorry. I would have been apologetic. I would have said, look, I think this is a big misunderstanding. I'm so sorry. I did not know. I would be throwing myself on the mercy. You know what I mean? There's no way I would talk to him and be a smart aleck back to him. I mean, you're definitely outnumbered. You know what I mean? So, I mean, they don't know, like they said, they didn't know that there wasn't a weapon sticking out of her damn bag. You know what I mean? So there was a lot of them, in the beginning, but I'm just saying she helped it escalate, in my opinion.
pulled up or whatever, they were going to finally take me to get my vehicle. First of all, I never anticipated in a vehicle. It was a rather short walk. I just assumed we were going to walk it. But whatever, they put me in the car. They put me in the front seat, which I thought was odd because the officer, the guy, the loudmouth was actually from the police department. The guy driving was the security personnel from St. Jude. Now, the loudmouth officer who was first on scene right there, really giving me a hard time. He had also been physical with me. Basically
Bullshit.
we couldn't see on camera, but as we were walking, getting physical with me, using his upper body to
That's bullshit. Okay, so today I didn't listen to all of it, but I heard the beginning. She wants to go after the woman. That's who she wants everybody to target, the female. if the man did her like that, first of all, she would be having an issue with them. And we would have been able to see it on camera, and she would have said something. I mean, she accused him of flanking her and of something else she accused him of. You know damn good and well she would have said something at the moment, at the time that happened, if that really happened. So now, bitch, and listen, you're Mallory, I hate to say it, but you have blown your me believing you by lying to them initially about your mother. You've lost your credibility with me. I'm sorry. So I don't believe this bullshit, but don't believe it.
My body as he was walking me. It was when he was saying, I like walk fast, and he started bucking me the whole way with his body. So the thing is, when he decided to get in that vehicle with us and sit directly behind me, it made me feel completely uncomfortable. And then when he said, "Turn this camera
I'm sure
off,"
his goober wasn't that long where you had to worry about
I become shook at that point, because now I'm a female. No female officers present. The only female officer on scene had a clear problem with trans women.
She's not 2% no more.
She made that quite clear. So here's the thing. I'm a female in a vehicle with two men. One of them has been pretty aggressive, started off aggressive, has been aggressive, and is now being verbally aggressive again, sitting directly behind me and insisting I turn my camera off. I asked to get out of the vehicle, and he says I can't get out of the vehicle. I go to grab the door handle, and the doors are locked. They've got me locked in the vehicle, and insisting that I turn the camera off. Now keep in mind, what brought me to Memphis, people, is Tyre Nichols. That's what brought me to. So you have to think. Listen, look, that's my impression of Memphis PD. So I've got that resonating in my head. I've already got this complete over.
Okay, if that was true, you guys, she wouldn't have wore a 2% Black Lives Matter shirt to where Tyre Nichols was murdered. That's bullshit. Everything she's saying is freaking bullshit right now. Sorry, Mallory, I do not believe you. If that was really true, that you've got that, it's heightened in your mind and your feelings and stuff right now, you would not have been so bold to wear that damn shirt the day before. Freaking get out of here, bitch. First of all, don't insult my intelligence and everybody else's by talking this crap.
Blown reaction that these people.
No, he wasn't.
Listen,
command.
Only a couple minutes of this happened on St. Jude property. This is what you got to understand. Everything else took place on public property after this major threat that I posed was already disarmed, right? They removed the threat within a minute or two of their arrival. I was no longer a threat, but all of this lengthy drama took place on public property. So St. Jude had nothing to do with it other than this point, other than my vehicle still being in a parking garage. I was never a threat from all that time period to St. Jude or its precious children or its sick children at that point.
Wow.
None of it, right?
Listen to the disgust in her voice.
So that was the only time I was shook. And they started driving me, and they took me into this garage. They took me into this first level, and then they stopped the car. They paused the car. And this other squad car, that blue SUV pulled up in front, and it almost looked like they were kind of barricading a spot. And we weren't on the level where my vehicle was. I could see my vehicle slightly up on the other level. And I remember saying, my vehicle's right over there. And why aren't we going to my vehicle? Listen, this is when I was shaking my boots, but my camera was still running. Now, we had a little bit of a black, the video kind of cut back on because we weren't getting the best signal. So it was shortened a little bit. But the ride did take a little bit longer than it shows in that video. But no, luckily I was not harmed. They did get me to my vehicle, but damn it, it was scary. That part was scary.
You should have thought about
because
that.
I thought,
your ass up
listen,
in there.
this is where it's time to pay the piper. This is like, okay, all right, bitch. I think these people are about to fucking beat the shit out of you or something. Something's going down. But no.
Mallory, I'm going to tell you like my mom used to tell me. If anybody kidnapped me, they would bring my ass back because I would talk their ears off. I'm not saying that's why they would bring you back, but
luckily I was able to get to my vehicle finally, and I was able to get the hell out of there and just go about my business. But that's the only part that shook me. Everything else, listen, Marissa, I was calm through it all because I had to be calm because they weren't. Somebody on that scene had to be calm, and I had my tone. I had to set the tone in that, and I was not going to respond to their bullshit tone because I know a lot of it. Some of it has to do with their training. Some of it has to do with this is how they take command of a situation, and this is how maybe they elicit responses from people. But listen, It was way too hot and heavy the entire time. And, you know, you're supposed to de-escalate the situation. That's what they're trained to do. At the end of the day, there was really not a whole lot to de-escalate because I was not fired up. I was never ramped up. I was
You were
not
scared, bitch.
I
You
was
knew you
not
bit off more
physically
than you could
combative in
chew.
any way. I wasn't verbally combative. I might have been a little sass pot here and there, but
Here and
definitely not
there. Yeah, how
combative
about
in
from
any
the
way.
get-go?
Yeah.
So
No, you weren't. I could agree with that.
right, but I had to make sure through that whole thing that they were going to eventually respond on my level. I was never going to rise to the occasion of their bullshit, and I wasn't going to get caught
Narcissist,
up,
if I ever
or were they
saw
going
one.
to break me, or whatever they were going to do to get me to respond with their wacky dacky yelling in my face, pack mentality bullshit. I'm like, that's just not going to work for me. Okay, so let's now we can start from.
I'm going to ask you a couple.
Go ahead.
From the beginning.
Commander in
My one
right.
question, because it was my favorite part of the entire video,
Yes,
was when were you being Mallory Williams, the comedian, when you said, "How dare you assume that I'm a trans woman?"
Yeah, well, yes. In my mind, twofold. Because at the same time, like, here's the thing.
I didn't know what to do because I was like, should I not laugh at that? Or is everyone gonna, like?
Here's the thing. What do I always say, Marissa? I have drilled it to my audience. I have drilled it to the day I started coming on. No matter how heinous or how ugly a situation is, if it's on YouTube, you've got to be able to make it entertaining. You've got to be able to make it entertaining. So I have
Thank you, poolside.
Situation entertaining for my people. Okay.
Well,
so there's that. How dare you?
So she says that, but yet she jumps on the calls everybody trans bashing, that everybody's a trans basher and they're a bigot if things, you know, don't go her way. Oh, you know, whatever.
Think that I'm a trans woman. And at the same time, for that woman, I'm like, listen, you know, the message still stood strong. If you think somebody's trans or whatever, you should ask rather than sir or he, she, or whatever. If you're not sure somebody's gender, just say what pronouns do you use.
Not
it's 2023, and you know they've been trained appropriately by now.
That. When people say he, she, whatever, that is
it's intended to be disrespectful and dehumanizing.
Okay, well, it may be, but they weren't breaking the law. You were breaking the law. They weren't breaking the law just by saying that to you. And honestly, I don't think they were questioning her gender. I think they was questioning whether she was damn homeless or not. And she was pilfing in there. Look and listen. She's asking the lady for the damn cafeteria. They thought she was hungry. They thought she was a hungry hobo looking for a damn cafeteria.
Are trying to be disrespectful with that. And I mean, I have to ask you this.
Yes.
Because I was not present. When you saw their reactions, did they look as stupid as I think they did? I mean, did they do
I don't. It was silent. Because here's the thing, Marissa. What could they say? That's the thing. What could they say? I've got legal documentation.
Yeah. Well, my other question is, have you ever said that and there be silence with authority ever?
I've never had to confront the authority. This is my first time as a trans woman having to. No, I mean, listen.
Get ready for it, bitch. You in the heels on the ground, baby.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta do the spread and this and that machine that spins around. Yeah. I gotta show my ID. Yeah. Not a problem in the world. Just zip on right on through.
Right. Again.
You know, I just go right on through. Thank you, ma'am. Now, here's what we have to. I've got to let people know what the get down is with this entire thing.
Here comes our big spin.
St. June, they may have notified security. It's very well possible. But here's what I know for sure. Based on the level of hot and heavy that the PD showed up with, we have to understand that PD showed up exactly with the security. They all showed up simultaneously at the same time, hot, heavy, ready to roll. You know, I'm telling you, as a trans woman, and I've said it before, from the most reddest place ever, the reddest counties, dealing with whoever, even like going through TSA, not a problem in the world. No cockeyed weird looks. Just listen. You've gone out. I mean, it was a short time, but we've gone out for dinner. I didn't get any cockeyed looks from any fucking servers or
because you had a cockeyed girl.
We were just three chicks having dinner. It was just that. We didn't get any weird.
Yeah, that's right.
Here's the trans girl, or it just wasn't that. That's just my life. I'm not saying that nobody can tell I'm trans. I'm saying I blend in fine with society. Now, once we're talking and you're up close and personal, you kind of realize, oh, she's probably trans or whatever. But I don't have a problem flowing through society or through the airport security or whatever. What I'm saying is, being that they showed up so hot and heavy, and the way that they were treating me initially, so sure that I was probably male or something. I know factually, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure out. As soon as I started recording on there or going into the St. Jude live streaming, that we had a good amount of our haters call that 911 Memphis PD, and that's what happened. Most likely they were like, looks like our haters easily, it looks like there's a man dressed up like a woman stalking the children's hospital, trying to get in and contaminate the kids. So that's how the MPD wound up involved so quickly and came in hot and heavy. Because normally, if there was somebody just patrolling or that's what security's for. Security would have rolled up and said, "What are you doing? Can I help you? What are you looking for?" But the fact that MPD rolled up to deal with one individual along with, so we know that YouTube haters were the cause behind that initial ridiculous overkill swarm. And the way that
it's a risk that we take by going live. It's a risk that we take by going
right.
Oh my God.
Instead of just doing it, recording it, and getting the fuck out of there.
Right.
Well, how about just being humble? How about whenever you were and not lying to the lady? I mean, if she was there with the best of intentions and truthful for the cause, her social group, she would have not lied to the lady about her mother being in the cafeteria, and she would have been more humble when she was confronted. She could have de-escalated that instead of escalating it. I'm sorry, I just think that she escalated the situation.
So I want people to understand how that came to be, and it's, like we take that chance, we take the risk, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, here's the thing. I was treated very, very poorly and very treating like a man. That she was talking to me like a man, they were so confident, right? They were so confident that when they got my ID, it was going to say Charlie Brown on it, right? It was going to say Charlie motherfucking Brown, right? Listen, that's what they thought. They were so
They
confident.
probably, I think that might be true too. They thought she was a cross-dressing hungry hobo, bitch. Is what they thought. Cross-dressing hungry hobo is what they thought.
Some dude, and she just couldn't wait. That fucking lady, she couldn't wait to see my fucking mail ID so that they could begin to start to dehumanize me that way,
Nobody dehumanizes.
Do you notice how everything just kind of subsided in a particular way once they got my identification in hand? Once,
well, really, then you should have been offering that up in the beginning instead of hanging on to it like your ass was.
They weren't just. Well, here's the thing. They were definitely not physically combative anymore. At one point in the video, you should be able to hear me say, "Don't touch me. Get your hands off me," or something like that. Because people were touching me in all kinds of directions.
Oh my
God.
Nobody,
the manhandling stopped. Once they saw that female identification, the manhandling stopped.
There wasn't no manhandling. You would have been
longer. Listen, it just stopped. And I'm telling you, that little fucking officer Taylor, that female officer, I know she was bitter as cat shit because he handed her my ID. So she looked at it too. I mean, and then she handed it back, and they're playing show and tell with my fucking ID. And that's why at the end I said, "Bitch, you saw my identification. You saw my ID." And she was still trying to be snatchy with it. But what could she do? She saw it. Okay, go ahead. Next question.
My only question. Oh, you got the Polar Pop.
I'm having a drink, girl.
I know. I feel bad that Justin bought me one in Savannah. I had to leave it behind because he's like, "You should have taken it and put it and carried it on." And I said, "Do you know how ghetto I would have looked?
Thank you.
Bringing them as a carry on." And I can't find one on here.
While you're waiting for your next question, do you want me to mention my lie?
That's what I was going to ask you about it. So everyone's coming down on you because you lied. I know. You're a baby killer. You burned down an old folks' home.
Oh
you're a piece of shit.
See how they go overboard with shit.
I know. You burned down a Burger King. You're a serial killer. I got you. Got you.
Okay. The lie. Here's the thing. I want everybody, because a lot of people, they don't know where St. Jude located, other than a lot of them probably didn't even know it was in Memphis. So it's downtown Memphis, right in the heart of downtown.
Right off the highway.
It's not in a rural part of it's not Area 54 surrounded in barbed wire and fences. It's just a hospital right in the downtown, right by the exits and the buildings and everything else. So I imagine something. To me, when people, it's not a museum, it's not a tourist attraction. To me, I disagree. It is a tourist attraction. It may as well be a tourist attraction.
Are
It's
you
a
kidding
very
me?
famous, iconic place. They've got commercial. We've all seen the commercials for it. We've all been
Oh,
involved with it now.
wow.
So to me, it is like one of those places. If you go to Memphis, you'd probably want to see the goddamn place. To me,
Hey,
it just
Ginger Lights.
is a place that you'd want to see and possibly visit. To me. So all those people say, who in the right mind would want to visit it? I think a lot of people
I've been there.
would want to visit it
With
because
String
it's
Cheese,
just,
don't forget a
it's
2% Black
famous.
Lives
It's a
Matter shirt on.
landmark. It's, they do great things there. But here's the thing. I did something completely I did. I'm at Gainesville Hospital. It's a beautiful, magnificent student hospital. Been there many times in my life. And when you walk in, you got this atrium, art on the wall, and it's just gorgeous. And for some reason, I really believed that St. Jude was going to be something on par with that. It was going to just be something very kid-oriented. You're going to walk in, and there's going to be, the sky could be the limit of what we were going to see when you walk in. But I knew it was going to be grand. It was because, I just knew it was going to be spectacular, whatever it was going to be. And I wanted to see it, and I wanted to show people whatever was, never in my mind did I think we were going to go beyond that, maybe into the cafeteria, get a cup of coffee or something, maybe even have a little cafeteria lunch, because some of them hospital cafeterias got some pretty cute little food. But never in my mind did I think we were going to go patrolling up to the nurses' stations and all through the wards and all that stuff, but just downstairs to the common areas or whatever, and just because. But when I walked in, here's the thing: when we walked into the very first door, when I walked in, it was nothing. Instantly, it was nothing like I thought it was going to be. And at that moment, it was a revolving door. I should have just revolved myself right on out the door, because when I walked in, it was completely uneventful. It was a small little area. It had a couple waiting rooms. It had 3 little pictures on the wall,
Well,
and it had a
Mallery,
couple
they're not
folded
there
tables with a couple nurses set up at it, or a couple
to
people.
impress
I mean,
people.
it was nothing. It was nothing. But at that time,
You were on the property. You were in a very small capacity. You didn't really have access to the main quarters of the hospital.
No. But the thing is, we're going to get to me on the property. We're going to backtrack to that after this. So I was in this I was noticed. First of all, who would ever thought I was going to be noticed? I never thought I'd even be noticed, because in my mind, this was going to be some big atrium, some big giant hospital. I thought I'd be another person but here I am in this tiny little front.
I
Well,
understand.
damn, girl, you look like a hungry hobo.
I'm noticed now, so I'm like,
cross-dressing hungry hobo.
let me ask if I can at least go by the cafeteria. And I thought, they're directing me to the cafeteria. Maybe there's more hallway or something back there. Maybe there's something else back.
See a patient.
You saw. I said, well, do you have a wristband number? I'm like, no. Well, what's your business? I'm like, listen.
Or how about saying she's there to make a
like, no, I
donation?
don't have a patient. And this is where I just start spitballing. This is where I do get hung up. I'm like, no, my mom, I live here. My mom knows somebody who is a patient, my parent who has a patient here. And I just want to have lunch with her or something. We just want to have lunch. That's all. Just have lunch with my mom. That's it. Just to go to the cafeteria. And, well, do you have a COVID? I've been tested for the COVID, which I have. I've had a booster and two original COVID shots, but I have the card with me. And the only reason I was looking for the card, really, is because now I am kind of like in over my head, because I'm like, one, I just said I had the COVID card. And I'm like, I don't think I have that COVID card in my purse, but let me check it just to make sure. I'd like to at least, if I have this COVID card, I can maybe just get through, I guess. But I didn't have the COVID card. And I said, well, can I just wear a mask or whatever? And they're like, no, you can't wear a mask. You're gonna have to. I'm like, okay. And I just left. It was really no big deal. And
it was a big deal. The girl said she has never been asked something. I mean, the girl said, I've never been asked. She's never encountered a situation like this. It was a big deal, Mallery. It was. And she was, why didn't she say, I want to make a donation? I mean, she's a donor, she says. Why didn't she say, I want to make a donation? I mean, that would have been a good thing. Exactly, String Cheese. Why isn't she traveling with her card? Because she boarded a flight from Florida to Memphis, Tennessee, and had a layover. So she boarded more than one plane. She boarded 2. And what's my screen, baby? And so she should have had her Vax card, not knowing, because she is pretty sure she has not flown since COVID. So I would most definitely think that, well, whenever when I flew, I made sure I had my Vax card with me, because I wasn't sure. I wasn't asked for it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be or not. So she should have had that with her. You know what I mean? She's going to justify it and make every excuse in the book. No, she doesn't donate no one Jenny Hansen. That's what I said. She had said that whenever Diane had resolution night or ladies night or whatever, I think she donated to Diane, thinking it would, when Diane was saying it was going, that was the only donation I bet you that she's made towards St. Jude. She's talking about it's like Molly. She knows that Molly does these fundraisers and stuff. She's part of her social group. She never said YouTube. Never said. She's smart enough to not to say that.
In hindsight, like I said, it wasn't even worth. There was nothing behind there. I'm telling you, their cafeteria would have been uneventful too. I can tell. There was just walked in and walked right back on out and said, "Oh, this is definitely not like the Gainesville Hospital. This is not photo worthy. This is not video worthy. This is
okay,
not
Jenny. Thanks for coming in, sugar. Good to see you."
And then out I went. Okay, and then listen. Oh, but you were looking for a side door. Shut the fuck up, people.
You were.
I'm an entertainer. Okay, I got a couple hundred people or so watching. All right. I just got shot down trying to get inside a place. Shut the fuck up. I was looking for a side door. I was bantering. I was entertaining. I was being silly. So we're walking around. Did you ever see me approach a side door? Did you ever see me jiggle a handle? No. In fact, I knew full well where a side door was because I was just around where I was originally filming at. There was a side door in the complete opposite direction. So I was just strolling around the property. There was another entrance. We just kind of walked past it. And then I noticed there was a big new area where they were about to build a new wing. I walked over there. I showed them that. And then after that, there was really nothing else to see. So I was starting to head back over. And I was this is where there was nothing else here. I was going to pretty much close down the video and make my way out of the parking area when then I noticed all these cars circling around.
Mm-hmm.
And I said facetiously and, just being silly, oh, all the security's here for me or whatever. I didn't really think they were there for me, honest to God. And then all of a sudden, they were there for me. Like, they were there for me, turns out. Yeah. So how did I get on the property in the first place? All right.
Yeah, was the gate was open? So you figured it was a public hospital. Is that
well, I have never in my life, but it was a children's hospital. I don't care that it was a children's hospital per se. It was a hospital it was just a big hospital in downtown. I'm just like any other goddamn hospital. Like I said, it didn't look like Area 54 where it was all warded off and big giant yellow signs, private property, no trespassing. It was nothing like that. It was just so it's like, make right here. You've arrived at your destination. Right, and I see a guardhouse and I see an entryway and I go and I slow and there's no guards or anything. It's just an empty guardhouse. So I just drive on through and I circle around. I drive around the complete facility one time and then I settle on a parking garage. I go into the parking garage. I sit there for about 20 minutes and I'm charging my phone because I want to make sure I've got enough phone or enough battery to do a okay stream with.
Yeah.
And
the dementor, right? What was that all about?
Not having people driving by. Listen, just doing my thing. And then from there, I just said, well, let's go in and take a peek. There was no malicious intent. And anybody who watches me and who thinks I have malicious intent? Nobody thinks I had malicious
Not truly.
Well, if you didn't have malicious intent, it would not have been your first instinct to lie. That wouldn't have been the first instinct. If you had no malicious intent, Mallory, your first instinct would not have been to tell a lie. It would have been just to be honest. I mean, what was wrong with saying what you've told everybody that you were there to do? Just wanting to do some filming for your social group. What was wrong with that? Why not just say that? I think there was some malice somewhere, or you wouldn't have lied. My opinion.
And my haters.
No, they're busting your balls.
Outrage.
I am sorry for that Freudian slip. They're busting your chops. Sorry. They're busting your chops because they got you. It's your turn. It's your turn. Everyone gets it. Everybody gets a turn. Every creator gets a turn.
I'm used to this.
You are?
Different than my milk joke. Than when they were fake outraged over a damn.
How long did that last? 14 minutes? I think it lasted 14 minutes.
Yeah, she's making excuses for Molly's had several turns.
Let me tell you.
That was like 14 minutes and then it's over.
Let me tell you this.
Don't worry. Another 4
gone the other way. Had everything else in this video played the exact same way. It's only if I didn't go in and say I was going to have lunch with my mom, but everything else stayed in place. Everything else was exactly what it is. But
She
I
does
said
this.
I didn't.
Hey,
That part was,
Novalisa.
As you just said, I wanted to visit and see if you guys had tours available.
Yeah.
That's what you
Okay,
should have
babe.
said.
Yeah,
and
but even if I
everybody-
said that, and then you're right. If I just, well, I'm just here.
Hey, our
But here's the
gal.
thing, I didn't at that point. I had no idea it was a private property. And did any
You know it, baby.
listen to the video?
Long
Did
live the
that
bush,
lady
baby.
say to me at any time?
Nothing. She did
ma'am,
not have private property.
Right, ma'am. No, that you actually you can have lunch here because this is actually property. You have to be
Hey, how would she
saying. I
Okay,
had no idea that I was trespassing.
You
Oh,
still shouldn't have
justifying.
lied.
Justifying. Looking for cracks.
I'm sorry. You still shouldn't have. I mean, it broke my heart. It broke my heart to see my little pudding. You know, I didn't want to see. Oh, come on. I want to grab those little cheeks.
I'm like, fuck off. Fuck
I
off.
know.
Before this,
You
listen,
know you
I was
were
undercover. I was undercover. I'm like, big deal. So I didn't want to act like I was going in the cafeteria all by myself to eat and be lonely. I'm meeting somebody here for lunch. You know what I mean? Fuck off. I don't care. I don't care. You know what?
That's
People
it,
want
you
to
don't
persecute
care.
me because I said I was going to meet my mother.
This
my
is why
fictitious
we're on
mother for a
YouTube to be
fictitious lunch.
persecuted for sneezing, for breathing,
Listen,
for saying fuck
I-
off.
we just fuck off. I'm not losing sleep. You said you were
Abuse. Just give us money.
as a mother. I'm very offended that you would use your
We need
mother
money
for
for
a
diapers.
date.
We need money
Oh,
for
you're gonna have
diapers.
nightmares, ginger locks.
Listen, I get to the you cannot be here. You know,
Dumbass.
no. And I would have said no. I just drove right through. There was nobody at security gate. But to be treated like a terrorist, I was treated like a complete terrorist. But we don't know. See, we have no idea what the YouTube haters actually told. We don't know if they
I would say
them that I
if
had
the
a
shoe
weapon on me,
fits,
right?
lace it up and wear it. But judging from that picture, I don't think she knows how to lace up nothing. Just saying.
It looks like she could have a weapon. She does have a weapon. She's been known to have a weapon. She's been known to be violent. For instance, we don't know all the shit these YouTubers told the 911 dispatcher about this, this man woman stalking the YouTube, so we don't know what these haters did or said.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna say this, and I don't care if she's a transition. I don't care, but you have to be willing to carry a certain amount of gump with you when you go from being a man. When you transition from a man to a woman, you have to know that that's going to come with some side eyes, some double takes, especially while you're in the process of transitioning, because you look like a cross-dresser instead of a female. If you haven't went through the whole hormone, whatever, you have to be willing to accept it, because that's just the way it is. So don't be pissy at people for questioning. I mean, it is part of your journey. It's natural whenever you see something that you are not, something or someone, and you have a preconceived notion that it's something else and it's not. You can't help but, people. It's just human nature. So if you're going to do that and be a transition from man to woman or woman to man, whatever, you have to be able to handle the criticism from your awkward stages that you go through. And if you can't, then you should have stayed what you were. If you can't handle it, I'm just saying. But why is it everybody else's, the world's problems, their problems to bear on their shoulders? Because you decide that you want. Why make it everybody else's problem? Wow. Yeah. Thicken up some. Yeah. Grow some balls ain't the right word to say in this situation, but
to have them show up so hot, we don't know.
Mallory's not a drag queen. Mallory's not a drag queen. You got to get your sectors right.
They know that. That's a hate comment. So that's not. That's not. They understand what listen. Drag queens are mainstream now. They know the difference between looking at a drag queen and they know what a drag queen looks like. This is not drag. Oh, but I thank you.
Hey, at least you didn't get called a Karen when you did absolutely nothing wrong.
Oh, you never do, sloppy Molly.
You shouldn't have been there in the first place. Fuck off.
You're a Karen because you were born.
Yeah, fuck off. I should have been there in the first place. They shouldn't have let me in there in the first place. That's because you know what? At the end of the day, if I would have been hurt in that property, and if those hot and heavy officers would have came through and tasered me, beat me, shot me, you can bet your ass there'd be a fucking lawsuit filed on my behalf or from me directly. You'd bet your ass.
Female trouble. Well, honestly, I did worry for your safety at one point. I did feel your civil rights were violated. It got very scary when you were in that vehicle.
See, whenever I said that my civil rights were violated, whenever she was describing supposed pictures of me, she made a big joke. Oh, Sloppy Molly did. She made a big joke out of me saying that my civil rights had been violated. But now she's, it's worthy to put it off on her compadre. Well, I don't think that string cheese, I think if somebody had called, I think if they had that, bird, if the little birdie had told them that, I think that most definitely would have come out in their questioning. That would have been obvious. I don't think that, and I'm not saying that somebody didn't call. I really thought from the start that somebody called. But I don't think they knew it at the time that they stopped. I'm sure they probably know it now, but I don't think the cops were aware of that. She was a YouTuber and all that stuff when this was going on. So somebody may have called, but it hadn't caught up to them yet. You know what I mean? I don't know, because I think that they would have absolutely questioned her in a different path. Took a different path, questioned her, don't you?
Big about my selfie stick. There was nothing big about it. It was retracted. So there you go.
But it was sticking out of your purse.
So there were no private property signs at all?
Nothing would take, like I said, it wasn't Area 51.
Wow.
It wasn't like, do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't, put it this way, there wasn't anything that I would have taken notice of that says, hey, you better stop right here and wait for somebody to return to this guard shack. Or, hey, there's nothing. There's an open gate and an open drive. Just go on through.
Yeah.
When I say gate,
absolutely. I think that they did not, first of all, they didn't believe that she that she drove in. They did not believe that she had a car in the parking garage. I definitely think that they thought that she was a homeless hobo that was hungry, because they didn't think that she drove in there. And I don't think that they knew if she was a man or a woman. I think that's why they were questioning her gender without saying it. They wanted to see her ID to see. And it's okay. Look, if they didn't know, they didn't know. You know what I mean? They were trying to figure out the situation. They were trying to, and by no means am I trying to bash her or anything. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, I think that they were just trying to figure out the situation and know exactly, are we dealing with apples and oranges and oranges, or is this, Meyer lemon? And she wasn't complying. Exactly. String cheese. She wasn't complying.
And do you know how many communities and businesses they have gates?
Lonely fucking. She's like that fucking crazy Angela from fucking Wyoming, the one that was making the fake COVID fucking cards.
Now she's talking about voices.
Trust me, her credibility is fucking shot.
You bitch, yours is the one that's shot.
Hey,
Grandma would not be happy. Dude.
But Marissa called it right. You know what? All these haters that want to clutch their pearls. Listen, I went out there to film Ray Nichols.
Be real. I don't know if it was confirmed. I know that I heard on somebody's live that people, there's a couple people taking credit for a calling, and whether they did or they didn't, they're going to go with the old Heels on the Ground is going to go with that they did. But you know what? They may as well get ready for it, because it's not just happening to PayPal Mal. It's going to happen every time they go somewhere, and they put it, and people know about it in these YouTube streets. Every time they go somewhere and try to make money off of these victims, those people are going to be notified. That town, people's not putting up with it anymore. This is your sign that they are not okay with you being tragedy trauma pimps. Not okay with it. Hey, Carla, how are you? Be real. Welcome, Anna Nicole Smith. Welcome, doll. This people's not going to stand for it anymore. They are tired of them making a mockery out of these awful situations where these children, most of the time, children are missing or killed or whatever these tragic situations are. People are tired of them making a mockery of it and then making money off of it. Milking it for everything they can get, every little penny they can get out of it. Oh yeah, she was asking for donos while this was going on, and then made the comment the next morning that she was thank you so much for, well, it was her community post that she had been completely reimbursed for her whole trip on the funds that she the donate. And you know, those people that donated to her, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should have been donating that money to St. Jude's instead of giving it to her. Should have been freaking wow.
And that beautiful memorial site and pay homage to that. And listen, how many views and clicks did that get me, right? So all these pearlters out there that are just, oh, I'm so appalled, I'm so appalled. But yet you turned right on in, and you sopped up that content like a fucking biscuit and just gravy and just consuming it like nobody's business. And that's what I was there to do. I was there to work. Right, that was my work.
Oh my gosh!
I was there to work. That's what YouTube
Well, that's
is.
what they thought. They thought
why
you
would
were working,
record there
honey.
anyway? Because I'm a YouTuber. I'm there to work. I'm there to get views. It's a location. It's a backdrop. It's a place. It shouldn't be a backdrop, but it is a backdrop. It's a famous fucking location, and we are very involved with you.
As a community, yes.
Jude, everybody
This
around here in our neck of the woods.
Grand for it, just this channel. So we need to educate Maria. Maria's she's uneducated when it comes to, isn't a drag queen different to a transgender though? It's different.
If you don't know, Google it. You know, Google is out there. Go educate yourselves before you come in here with offensive questions.
Oh, Marissa's trying to bring attention to this poor girl.
No, she's not. She's a supporter. A transgender.
No, I'm talking about the first one that called me a drag queen.
Don't be so offended, Mallery.
You said something against me.
That wasn't her. That was somebody else.
That's what I said earlier. Somebody called
But don't be so offended. People call you that, bitch. You the one that, you know, this is a cross, unfortunately, that you're going to have to bear.
Yeah.
I mean, damn, take it on the chin like a Summer Wells family had to.
Listen,
take it on the chin, bitch. It's big enough to handle it.
Dresses up as a female illusion or persona or something to that. Right? Well, you know, we can't even say boy anymore. That's why I said somebody, because a lot of women right now, a lot of females do drag. So it's no longer exclusive. And really never really was.
I can't keep up. The LGBT, the way that it's branched out. I had to ask the other day what something was.
I could be a drag queen. I don't do drag anymore. Back in my earlier days, come on, I was a young, vivacious, living as a gay person. Of course, you know. But, tell you what, if I ever did drag, if I ever came out in full drag, you'd know it. Then you could call me a drag queen that night. But you know, you know what drag is. I don't perform as a drag entertainer. But if I did, I would be fucking. You know it. I'd hurt some feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
what else we got? Any other questions about my big cafeteria heist that went
wrong?
All
we need now is for Justin to have some big.
Mm-hmm. Right, and
got to get Justin out there. Listen, I'll say this. I have to say, Memphis was a success from a YouTube standpoint. My trip to Memphis was a hit.
It was a hit.
Because
okay.
In its own right, I mean, sorry, my Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
Oh, my sister watched it. She was looking at it and she goes, "Is she fucking for real?"
Holy shit.
Denise, there's no empathy there.
People were just,
none.
Holy shit.
Those two, there's none between them two, and there's none with either one of them. No empathy.
I want to take a 23andMe and put my percentage on one, and holy shit, people. I mean,
these two right here are like two shits covering each other's shit, is what they were doing. That's exactly what this whole thing was about, was them covering Mallery was covering the shit for old kitty cat Sloppy Molly. That's what all this was, a big diversion.
People were going nuts.
Put a one in the chat if you guys saw her go to Tyree to where the young man was murdered at the day before with that shirt on. I haven't seen it.
Oh my God, the whole day. And then, so yeah, listen, Memphis was definitely it was a worthy trip.
Yeah, no, bio. She looked like Rachel. What's her name? Rachel what?
Zolaz.
Stop. Oh my God.
Hey, listen, I'll take it as I think she's a beautiful gal. I love her.
So I was
Fabulous.
in Tommy Howell's dressing room last night. Pony Boy
Marissa,
from The
nobody gives a
Outsiders.
shit. Okay,
Did you go out to see it?
that's enough
Dude,
of that. Her here she
I see
goes
a
to
picture
her
of the
damn
Pony Boy.
bragging, being her uh, self-absorbed self. Oh, let me get back there. So yeah, there we go, you guys. I mean, what a hot mess. What a hot mess. I mean, I just so I see that she didn't come in here. She absolutely could have come in here and got a link if she'd wanted to. I mean, I would have absolutely talked to her and asked her. I would have liked to have asked her a few questions and ask her how could she not at least try to see it in different eyes. You know what I mean? See it from another one's point of view. But I think she made fun and made light of the place that she was at. I mean, it wasn't, why should they be all about trying to impress people with their cosmetic, the amenities, the way it looks and stuff? That's not what they're there to save lives and to treat sick children and to make their families feel secure. And you know what I mean? To be offended or disappointed in the way the building was, you know what I mean? Why even bring that up and say that? Why even say something like that, you guys? You know? I mean, I would never say I was disappointed in the way. I mean, let down. It's not what I expected. There's lots of things. It's not like I expected, but you keep things to yourself. I mean, it just makes her look petty. If you ask me, it makes her look even shittier. But she was most definitely monopolizing the situation and asking for money and donos. While this is content, this is good. Nobody brings content like this. Did anybody see? I didn't see anyone, so nobody has seen Tragic T. Hello, I know it's gotten under a lot of people's skin, a lot of people, because it's just wrong. It's wrong. You know, it's as offensive as really anything that I think she's done. It bothers me. It always bothered me, even when I was a supporter. For her to say the GD word, oh, it bothered me so bad. You know what I mean? And like, I don't like that word. And she claims that nature played a cruel joke on her being born in the body. So to me, that should have, whoops, it should have made, let me see, that should have made her become a super, absolutely empathetic. You're right. You're right. You're right, Barb. You're right. Her and Marissa, neither one. But that's a narcissist trait. They have no empathy, and they're both narcissists. Mallery is proud that she is like Sloppy Molly. She's proud of that. She takes pride in her similarities. You know what I mean? She takes pride in that. Yep, they are. They all. Well, if she just could have handled that completely differently, um, than what she did. She could have diffused the situation, been humble, and if she was like I said, had right intentions, she would have, been humble and said, "Look, I'm so sorry," apologetic. But she's not going to apologize. She is never going to apologize for anything because she doesn't think that she does anything wrong. She justifies everything, and she thinks that she is smarter than everybody else. I'm gonna tell you, I can so see, like, okay, I don't think her and Sloppy Molly really care for each other. If you want to know the truth about it, they don't even like Bullhorn Betty. I mean, Marissa looks down her nose. I'm going to tell you the truth. Marissa thinks that Bullhorn Betty and Mallery are beneath her. She tolerates it because they're, you know, probably the only people she can get to be part of the Hills on the Ground. But they feed off of each other. They deserve each other. They really do. Turd. They deserve each other. But do it somewhere else. Do your tragedy, your let me see, trauma pimping, do that shit somewhere else because it's not wanted here. I mean, it's not wanted anywhere, but do it somewhere else because you're found out here. This people have your number. They see what your plans are, they see your intentions, and they're going to throw a monkey wrench in it every time you try to do it. So just strap it on, strap in, as Michelle would say, strap in, bitch, lace them up, and get ready for it. Because, but Sloppy Molly just let it slip. They're going to start going to the places, filming the situations, and then uploading the videos. They're not going to go live because they know that they're found out. She went to the hospital. I think that she went to the hospital knowing the consequences to test security and law enforcement about the brutal death of Tyree. See if she could release it. Yep, really. Yes. If she was that worried, like she said, everything was heightened. If she was that worried about that, then she wouldn't have worn that damn t-shirt the day before. And she sure as hell wouldn't have been as cocky as she was if she was that worried. I mean, I'm sure without a doubt she felt intimidated and probably overpowered. I'm sure without a doubt she did, especially when they all like come up around her. But you don't double down in a situation like that. You humble yourself, and you know what I mean? She didn't do that. She was very antagonistic. She was being very just abrasive, but she was calm, you guys. She kept calm. Yep, that's true. That's true, Be Real. Thank goodness for that, huh? Tragic T, good to see you, sugar. And you're right. It has been so uh, disgusting around here. These have been some nasty streets we all been hanging out in. you know, it's just been one shit show after another. It really has been. I thought about over the weekend, over the last week, I did some some filming from my mom's, and I thought, I know this content, me making chocolate pies and, helping my brother. I know that was probably boring for a majority of people and not what they, want to see, but it's my life and it's just, uh, I'm not going to say clean because it's not always clean, but it is just my life. And it's not, I love you too, Ginger Life. It's not drama filled. I mean, I have a story, you guys, that I'm going to talk about tomorrow. And this is uh, really hits home because I have family involved, distant family. But there was a man, and y'all can do some research on it, but I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. It's Rasheen Carter, young black man. I think he was 25 or 29. Come up missing from the town I was raised in. And he was found 30 days later, dismembered in a ditch, decomposing. And there's a lot of like different moving parts to it, but they have been having peaceful protests. They had one this past weekend and it shut the town, there's 3 towns in the county that I was born and raised in. And one of the towns that is the largest one, they had the protest there. And when I tell you guys, it was they had National Guard, they had FBI, they had state troopers. They were people on top of buildings with guns. Black Lives Matter showed up, NAACP showed up. And this is what was crazy, you guys. The people talking, the people that represent Black Lives Matter and you too, Moonshot Pink, and the people with the NAACP. Now I don't know about NAACP, but I know the Black Lives Matter. The people speaking, they were standing up there in front of our local police station and the other places of business with machine guns around their chest. So I just felt like that, like, kind of took the word peaceful protest out of the equation. You know what I mean? It was traumatic for me, and it was hard to like wrap my head around, and it was scary. I have to say, it was very scary, and it was a lot of people showed up, and that happened this past weekend. And this was the second one. They had one about a month ago. But the details around this case is awful, and I don't blame the parents. I don't blame the family. I would want answers also. Um, so I'm going to try to go live tomorrow and talk about that. I need to get wait on a little bit more information to come. But yeah, it's very, very sad, very sad. And the chief of police is my nephew of this town, and he is in the bullseye of this. So my nephew by marriage. So this is a tough one, but I will ginger logs. I will for sure. But I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. And I've been on here for a couple hours now, but thank you guys for coming in. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.